All right, let's just get this going, okay? I saw that Ethan and Boogie, I guess, have something going on, and there's not a lot to talk about. So I say, you know what? Let's take a look. That's it. That's all I got. It's gonna be something. You know, part of me feels like, and this is just a prediction, that Boogie's just baiting for some kind of attention. It's desperation to maintain relevancy, and you know, maybe times are slow right now for everybody. I imagine Ethan too. Not a lot going on, so he's probably like, "Hey, you know what? Something to talk about," and that's how I feel. So let's get this party started, guys. Like I always say, or I forget sometimes. If anything, any moment in this video resonates with you, timestamp it down below, brothers, sisters, and disters. Let's get this going.
So we can talk. Let's talk about Boogie, I guess, man. You know, been looking forward to this. So what is it that we said about him on Monday?
Speaking of
talking about the Lolcow. Oh yeah, Keemstar was confiding in Boogie that he was mad at because Bo Black's humiliated him.
Bo Black's humiliated who? Boogie or Keemstar?
And
damn, Bo Black's is a menace. Bo Black's is a menace. 7:30 for the pre-patch. Nice.
Boogie was, you know, dick riding.
What's going on with
Who? Which person?
that hair?
Oh yeah.
You know, and so you know
Like Keemstar? Of course he is. He has no one else. But
we took some.
and I mean, listen, from what we've seen, it actually seems like he's a good friend to Boogie. Like, you know, you could probably get better available friends if you weren't such a terrible person. But you know, he's offered to help him pay for his medical expenses and stuff. So, yeah. But yeah, Bo Black's is a menace, man. He's gonna have some kind of legacy. I'll be watching your career with much anticipation. What is it that Wendigoon said to that trans person that in Praise of Shadows interpreted as malicious because he's a weirdo?
Some jabs, and as you do, and we're just all having fun here, right?
Sure.
Why do you say bald Jew? That's what I heard.
Well, you know, I am. So.
Do that again.
He said ooh, bald ooh.
Ooh, bald Jew.
He said bald Jew.
Oh, there we go.
So
Joke, take a joke.
so anyway, here's Boogie responding. Excuse me.
Ethan, you got to get your heartburn under control, brother. I've had the same problem. I keep eating spicy foods and then I'm having like a cough. I got to take it easy. I should probably go to the esophageal doctor just to be safe soon.
On the Lolcow podcast. That is a lot of bookmarks.
H3 relentlessly bullies Boogie and calls him a pedo. Oh, okay.
Who took this? Who filmed this? Does this just come from a user?
Yeah, I could not find this video. Maybe it was members. I couldn't find the initial upload.
Well, thank God to the members.
Maybe it's all AI, dude. Maybe it's all AI.
Man. Wait, what? This is from their subreddit. H3 relentlessly bullies Boogie and calls him a pedo? Come on. That is over the top.
I mean, I could see it. I could see him call him that. Ethan's a little loose with that term, so we'll see.
Relentlessly bullying Boogie?
Where'd I go back over there with the...
I've definitely relented.
Yeah.
So I said he looked like a...
it's a little bit of what do they call it? Shock value? I forget. You know what I'm talking about. It's a little bit of flair. I do it all the time. Whatever. You know what I'm talking about.
And I didn't even say that. I said he looks like something that rhymes with Schmedo Schmile.
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay.
Also, he's the one, apparently, if you Google his name, you might find something that says he's a pedophile. That's his words. I haven't checked.
Yeah. Also looked like and being a is a big difference.
It's like a common insult. He got the ponytail, you know.
I don't think it should be a common insult. I don't know why you go around saying that. That's like kind of weird. It's definitely weird stuff, but okay. Maybe to your friends. That's funny if it's your own friends, but if it's not your own friends, it's so weird to go around calling people the fucking pedophiles.
And the glasses, it's a Schmeddle Schmile. Anyway, I don't think he's a pedophile, or I don't have no information to suggest such. But anyway, here.
Why would you say it like that? Like, you don't think he is? That's probably true. And you're like, I have no information to suggest such. Why would you say it like that? You're leaving it open just in case he is?
Yes. What is this subreddit? Lolcow Live. Do you think it's funny that on the Lolcow Live, Keemstar, Boogie, these other dorks that spend all day shitting on people, terrorizing people, coordinatedly fucking with people on the internet.
Clickbait is the word I was using.
Cry and bitch and shit and piss when I poke them back.
No, that's that's their thing. That's like the cry bully thing. I mean, it's a Lolcow podcast. They're just looking for attention. I don't think that anybody on there means anything that they say, which is the reason why like there's no reason to really associate it with it in any meaningful capacity, because it's not real. Like it's the, I feel like it's like almost the last generation of like YouTubers that are just everything's fake. And I know that people still fake stuff, but I feel like we're in a a more modern generation where people try to be honest about what they talk about and try to be real. We're in more like the podcasty, person-centered, I'd say content spree. So, like, yeah, people look at that podcast and go like, oh, this is obviously fake and performative. It's just like a routine of constantly attention baiting. So, yeah, no, they're just going to do whatever they can to get people to watch, and it's working because you decided to watch.
In the words of Obi, where? You called me, you're bullying me. Shut up, dude.
Where? I got called a cuck online. Where? I got called a cuck.
Dude, Bobby there's a certain quality when he yells that is so funny that I don't hear anywhere else. Like, it tears the audio in the best way.
The timbre, right? Like,
He's got, oh yeah. Timbre me jambers. Anyway, here it is.
Stuff like this. H3 relentlessly bully Boogie and call him a pedo.
So, yeah. What, recently?
I guess so. Here it is.
I've never been a huge Roblox fan.
Shut the fuck up. Is he growing a ponytail? Like, what is even going on with this guy?
Wow, he looks like a mob boss if he wasn't a mob boss at all.
They cut out what he said. Something. He had said something rude, and that's what I was responding to. I don't remember what. Maybe you can find out. Yeah. I mean, it says one thing about a person, and it rhymes with.
You don't have to say it.
Schmeddle schmile.
I'll watch Asmon.
Yeah, that could be anything. Could be a audio file.
Yeah. I mean, audio doesn't rhyme with schmeddle, so that doesn't make any sense. But okay.
Audio.
I know he's just being stupid. So.
Cinephile.
Yeah, maybe people with long hair, Zach, you can vouch. They're usually generally into music. I find they're
absolutely.
Yeah. So
yeah.
That part might be true. Yeah. That's why I don't like music at all.
An audio file.
Absolutely.
Any day of the week because he has shit to say, right? Like
when did you fall out with him, Boogie? I thought you guys were cool.
No, we were never cool. I'll finish the clip. I'll go off on Ethan right now.
Oh, he's gonna go off on Ethan right now. How dangerous! This guy's a bad boy.
Okay, so
we were never.
This
cool.
Rewriting of history is weird.
Yeah, I know that they were obviously friendly at a certain point, and then Boogie became an insufferable fuck. Not that Ethan is, he is much better. I mean, it's hard to be as bad as fucking Boogie. But, Boogie, that's pretty much it. He's an insufferable, fence-sitting, annoying fuck that just is so dumb, and he's just such a worthless person. This is why I don't like talking about this guy, because I'm always so rude. But it's just like, I don't like him at all in any capacity. He's just such a whinging fuck. Like, I really, this is the easiest job in the world, and he could easily be more successful if he just applied himself, and he just refuses to do so. I know, he just annoys the fuck out of me.
We were always cool, and then one day he started like
I never did.
Like right-wing grifting on me in like the dumbest way, and I was like, "What is this?" Barely responded to it. And then he just lost his mind, and he's been nonstop shitting on me since. He has problems that I'm a lib too, which I agree that is an issue.
Okay.
Never cool on Ethan or never cool on He's interesting. Also, he lives in a complete fucking dumpster fire, and I find that interesting too.
You find that relatable, you mean?
It's not relatable.
That's funny.
My house is clean,
motherfucker. Bugs.
Either you're an e-girl and you can watch content.
Oh, I thought he meant dumpster fire as like your life is a dumpster fire, because Boogie's life is a dumpster fire. It's so like a 50-year-old. I just couldn't imagine being 50 and just being that pathetic, honestly. Do I like you? Of course. I love you the most.
Because you have tits. Or you got to be entertaining in between.
He was going after like e-girls, being like, oh, you just need tits to be successful on the internet. And I said, well, then why aren't you successful?
Okay.
It's a fair question. Tits? Why can't you do that, Boogie? If that's all it is, you probably got a fatter cup than the thing so loud.
That's kind of funny. Yeah.
I don't get it. Something so weird happening.
Start over the stream or something? I feel like there's like a bug happening on the YouTube.
If we restart the stream,
there's literally nothing.
If we restart the stream,
I've listened at every point in the chain. Listened at the encoder. I've listened on my phone.
Damn, Dan sucks. Also, why is he looking so pale? Is he okay? Does he have like fucking? Is he on like some kind of cancer treatment? Terrible.
Sounds fine. I don't doubt that it is a problem for a lot of people. So it's frustrating because I'd like to fix it, obviously.
Okay, if we restart the stream, will it stay connected?
Thank you for the $5 from Gus Gundam. Why do you take the time out of your day to even look at what Boogie does? Both of these people are insufferable, but and I can see you don't like them. Well, I kind of like Ethan. He's all right. I said at the beginning of the stream, I'm bored. I'm looking at this for the same reason Ethan's looking at this. I'm bored, dude. What do you mean? We're chilling. It's something interesting to watch. It's just a thing happening. We're casual observers in the. We are casual observers in this dumpster fire of fucking shit. That's why.
I could try just turning off the encoder for. Yeah, it wouldn't make a new.
As long as it's all in one video, then I don't care.
We can try.
All right, we're gonna restart the stream and see if that resolves the issue. So give us 1 sec here.
Okay.
Restart the stream.
Yeah.
How we feeling out?
Or I don't know.
Maybe it's not. Nah.
We'll have to.
All right.
I don't think he.
As always. All right, back to Boogie.
There we go.
I don't think he said anything about you directly in the original video. Whenever you said shut the fuck up, it was because he said, I've never been a huge fan of Bobby. And I think it was just because he was sitting on the fence once again, like he's done with you. Yeah.
You've never been a fan of Bobby.
I never did.
Yeah,
That's, come on, bro.
Well, he seems cool. I mean, I watch some of his videos sometimes to get the old Twitter information, stay up to date sometimes on silly stuff. I mean, realistically, Will Blacks does a better, like, irrelevant news segment than than anyone else, you know?
Watch your mouth. Speak about royalty, that way.
But you're right.
But you're really glazing this guy hard, Ethan. I mean, he's not bad, but damn. Fucking Jesus.
Respect your decision.
He really has the drum roll. I mean, Jesus, it's like, what is this, like the wacky morning zoo?
Wow. I made fun of a fat man's titties.
Wait, what is happening? Why is it?
I think it's frozen.
Okay.
Like we're hearing the audio, but the video's frozen for some reason.
Wow. Let's go back.
This is going real well for them today, huh?
You can watch content because you have tits, or you got to be entertaining in between the clips.
Why can't they?
Tits are entertaining, baby. I love tits.
Can't you do that, Boogie? If that's all it is, you probably got a fatter cup than the.
He really has the drum roll. I mean, Jesus, it's like, what is this, like the wacky morning zoo?
Wow. I made fun of a fat man's titties.
The drum roll, please.
Titty girl.
I mean, I get it. It's low-hanging fruit, but so are your tits, right? So, not mine, dude. Not my titties. You know what I'm saying, dude? No, but everything aside, like, who cares? You're doing low-hanging fruit about girls and being OnlyFans models and making money because it's easy for them to show their tits and get views, and he's doing the same to you. Like, what are you getting so sensitive about it for? Who cares?
Yeah, milkers, dude.
What are those, double E's? I don't know what you even call those things.
All right, what happened with you? I think because you were on his show when he came back from surgery initially.
I hit him with a Boogie. He's over here looking at your titties, Boogie, because his wife ain't got none.
Yeah.
Oh, he went after his wife, dude. Personally, I'm not a fan of people going after other people's wives, but okay.
My wife ain't got no titties.
I'm just surprised this is the first time Wings Redemption has gone after an actual adult woman, so I think that's incredible. Sorry, I'm just kidding. I was just playing off the weird comment he made about like 12-year-olds or whatever.
Well, golly, look at imagine the titty weight just in this 3 combined. Like, man, holy smokes, these guys. Yeah, I mean, I guess if I'm one of them, I don't want a girl with smaller tits than me, so I get where they're coming from. It's like a height thing, you know. Okay. My wife has lovely breasts, and it's none of your business, frankly.
Okay, well, I'm waiting for the OnlyFans. You know, I would pay. I would pay for that one. Usually, I would say I'm just gonna wait for the leaks. You know, but I think I'd pay for that one. It's not bad looking. You know, I like a nice Israeli girl. Not too bad. They're definitely the bomb.
Thanks. And shame on you also.
Yeah.
Pig.
Haha, bitch! I'm laughing because you big mad.
I did his show.
Someone said Boogie's has. I'm not gonna go after. I'm not gonna read that one. She doesn't deserve it. She doesn't.
I saw it too.
Yeah, she doesn't deserve
Same key of E.
3 different times, right? I was entertaining enough, and the episodes did well enough to invite me out 3 times. At any time I've ever
done. That's how it works, bro.
Yeah, I mean, that is how it works in like that influencer sphere. If you once you become irrelevant, you know, it's not really that easy to get on a podcast. So, you know.
Yeah, I had you on. People liked it. A lot of people watched it, and we had you back. That's how it works. Yeah. I'm doing a show, motherfucker. You know what I mean? I can't believe this dude just had me on when people actually wanted to watch me. But now that nobody wants to watch me and nobody that he doesn't have me on, it's like, welcome to the world of fucking making content. I mean.
Yeah, totally. And I mean, it gets into a whole conversation about like friends or real friends on the internet. But I mean, you know, it's one of those things where it's like your professional friends. I don't know, maybe Ethan made it seem like it was more than that. But have you ever tried to hang out with Ethan and just get something to eat with him? Or are you always trying to get back onto his podcast before you obviously, you know, disavowed Ethan? Because that's the thing. You know, if you want to be on content, you have to be relevant. But if you want to just like hang out, who gives a shit? That would be the better question. So whatever. Who gives a shit?
Listen, I know you don't know a lot about making content that people want to watch. So you won't understand.
Got him.
Done a show.
I never did.
Even shit, yeah, Adam 22 offered to smoke with me. I don't do that shit. When I did Adam's show, anytime
I thought he did do that shit. Doesn't he do mushrooms or something? What? I guess that's not the same as weed.
you do a podcast, if you go there in person,
I feel like if you're gonna smoke weed, I mean, I feel like if you do mushrooms, you'd smoke weed too, no?
Chances are you're going to hang out a little bit, get to know the person, have a little bit of fun before or after.
How many times in our long time working together have I hung out with a guest after the show?
Okay.
Like hang out, like out, like leave together.
That's
go
what it's
somewhere and
yeah,
hang out.
Yeah.
That's probably happened 2 or 3 times.
Whoa. Who are your best friends, Ethan?
In like 6 or 7 years.
Yeah. People, and they're usually people that
you're pretty
I
close
know
with.
in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know what
it wasn't a direct.
Well, I mean, all this is kind of makes sense with Boogie. He's an entitled person, so he would expect like Ethan to like be his best buddy behind the scenes the second that they talked, because he's a weird fucking guy.
Direct slight to Boogie by any means, no.
Also, I remember when the first time he came in, he was like, he was a lot bigger than he was, and he was really suffering. Like it was very. You remember that? It was quite. It was uncomfortable. I felt bad for him, and it was uncomfortable because he was like he couldn't barely walk.
Right.
Take
the L, Boogie. What the hell are you doing?
His back. He was in like tremendous back pain. He was telling me how like he was just laying on the floor of his, hotel room the night.
Damn, who wants to be friends with somebody like that? That sounds so annoying. I'm not trying to be an asshole, but I mean, you're like, I get it. You struggle in life, but hey, we're like newly friends. How are you doing? Oh, my back hurts. I feel terrible. I'm really fat. I have high blood pressure. I'm that. It's like, okay, man. Like you're dumping all your problems onto me. I'm not that interested. That sounds mean, but whatever, dog.
Before. And this was not a man who was like, let's go grab a beer.
Mm-hmm. Right.
This man was on life support, you know? And I'm happy that he's lost a lot of weight. Good for him.
Yeah.
Boogie is a bed blob. Okay, Jesus Christ.
Unfortunately, though, you can't take the cow out of Lolcow.
Yeah, I guess
it's a spiritual thing. It's a state of mind.
Yeah, kind of based, I guess.
After the show, right? Ethan was never interested in that with me, and it rubbed me the wrong fucking way. Because
why? Who cares? It's like a professional thing. Like you guys are like work friends in some capacity. Why does he have to want to hang out with you?
Because everyone else takes the time. The closest was like the third time I did it. We hung out in his fucking lobby for like 20 minutes.
What do you want from me, bro? I didn't.
It's so weird. I feel like, why would you want to hang out with Ethan? What are you going to go do? Get fucking like salmon and bagels or something? You get some cream cheese? You get some lox? I don't understand. What is it that you want to do with Ethan? I mean, back then I guess he didn't have a kid, or did he have a kid by then? I don't know, just what are your expectations of people? It just seems so bizarre. Why do you feel so entitled to somebody's time? Everybody else that I would interview, you want to hang out with me. Yeah, because like you were relevant at the time, and they were probably less relevant than you. But this time, this person was more, like equally, if not more relevant than you, right? So he didn't feel the need to fucking guzzle your cum. Whatever. Like, who cares?
I didn't invite you to be my friend. We did a fucking show. It was mutually beneficial. This is so weird. Like, I never even got the vibe that he wanted to hang out with me. In fact, I recall him like leaving immediately, the first or second time. I assumed because he was in pain. Usually after well,
maybe if you offered him some mushrooms to smoke or eat or whatever the fuck you do with mushrooms, I don't know.
Especially at our old office for some reason, we would hang out in the office after the show was done. You know, shoot the shit for a little bit, and that's kind of what happened with him. I didn't realize I had hurt his feelings, man. I'm so sorry.
I don't give a fuck about your feelings. You are offensive to me.
Oh, get him, conservative.
No, I care.
Thank you at least.
Why? Why do you care about his feelings?
For that, right? But Ethan was only ever interested in me for one fucking thing. Clout, money. Clout, money.
Yeah, I mean, it's a job, man. I don't really understand. I don't really get it. It's a very ironic, especially coming from Boogie, whose entire thing is just desperately attention baiting for clout and money. It's a business. You hang out with relevant people. If you're not relevant, you don't really hang out with them. I don't really understand what or rather, like you had to enter a show because you were relevant at the time. Now you're not relevant. Like, what do you expect? That's kind of the point. No, I don't really understand his complaint. But okay.
My episodes got views, so he kept having me out. And when
yeah, that's how anything works. Always.
he saw my fucking clout fall off, he muted me on Twitter, and he was fucking.
Well, from what I remember, because we've talked about this before, it was just that Boogie became an annoying fuck, like fence sitter about everything, including Ethan. So he would take like a stance that was like what people wanted to hear. And I'm not saying that those people are wrong, but I mean, if you're gonna talk shit about somebody, they're not gonna want to associate themselves with you. Let's be fucking real. Like, there you go.
Okay, I did not mute you on Twitter because you lost clout, bro. I mean, Boogie's annoying as shit. He would constantly like attention bait, talk about how he was gonna take his own life just so that people would talk to him. It was annoying as fuck. Like, he's just an annoying person. That's why I don't talk to him. I don't know. Like, I have his phone number from a while ago, and he's just so annoying. Like, I hate people who do that. Like, I understand people struggle with mental health problems, but I hate people who are just attention baiting. I remember reaching out to him a while ago, and then he like never responded. Like, it's just weird. Like, he attention baits, and then like it's all for fucking like for some kind of attention. It's just so stupid. It's annoying. Like, everything is just an attention grab. It's pathetic. I hate people like that. Muted him when he made that really annoying tweet at me, which I talked about on the show. And I was like, I don't want to see him fucking being a douche to me on my timeline. So I muted him.
I sent you, I don't know if you care to see, but I sent you a few tweets like that where he was sitting on the fence. One of them, which you were in the hospital.
Right, yeah, the hospital one, that was it. And he said something along the lines of like, I know people don't like Ethan, but I hope he doesn't die. And it's like, why did you feel the need to say that if he's like, it just comes off as so fucking weird. Yeah, I remember that.
You said, I'm so sorry, there's no podcast today, bedridden from whatever is going on with my body. I'll be better by Monday.
Yeah, you remember that lupus, guys. That's that lupus.
And Boogie says, apparently Ethan's in the hospital. I know a lot of people don't like this guy, but I really wish he'd take better care of himself, mentally and physically.
Like, literally, why would I want to see that?
That's a fucking insane thing.
That's the one that pissed me off. That was like,
yeah, right? Like, why do you need to fence it on a post about someone being in the hospital? I know you guys may not like him, but you know what? I hope he doesn't die. It's like, what is wrong with you? Also, take care of yourself first.
Why am I seeing this on my timeline? Why would I want to see that on my timeline? Like, there's literally nothing thoughtful, nice, pleasant about anything you said there.
That's wild, brother. That's wild.
Is this a different one?
Yeah, you can scroll through his album.
Let's see. He would be welcome to criticize me as I have criticized him. Okay, thanks for the invite. Not at all, because we never did a single thing friends did. We never had dinner or drinks. We never talked outside of being the podcast. We weren't friends. Yeah, I agree. I would never.
Okay, so you weren't friends. Cool. Does Boogie just have like a blurred understanding of how relationships work on the internet? I don't understand.
We're on the same page. People think I have something against H3 Productions. Why do people think that, Boogie?
Right.
Actually, I rather love the man. I don't always agree with him, and I'm certain he doesn't always agree with me. It's entirely possible to respect and care for.
Ethan's okay. Sometimes he's entertaining. Sometimes he annoys the shit out of me. The feeling's probably mutual. I know that he knows who I am. That's just fine. I don't like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure that's pretty much it. Like, oh, he's cool sometimes, and sometimes he's not. That's probably, you know what I mean? We're best friends, guys.
Someone to not see eye to eye. I agree. There's no problem with that either. Apparently, this is the one that just
triggered me.
Ended it all for me. Where I was like, I don't want to hear from him anymore. Apparently, Ethan's in the hospital. I know a lot of people don't like this guy. Thank you for saying that. But I really wish he would take better care of himself. And then it's not even. Then this guy has the balls to go. It's not even that he's fat and unhealthy, but mentally he's also very unwell. Basically every measurable, you know.
Yeah, like there's like where are you coming from to give advice about some kind of health? I wish he would take care of himself. I could see why that would be fucking annoying coming from someone like that. Yeah, for sure.
This man's soul and body is deeply sick.
Fat, ugly, and stupid.
Take it from someone who is bad at doing nothing. Bad at doing nothing? It leads to ruin and misery. Bro, I'm fine.
No thing.
Don't worry about my life.
Nothing.
You know what I mean? Unsolicited advice, bro. He continues, don't get me wrong, I understand why my tweet was hurtful and offensive to him, and I regret it. Okay, so what are we doing? But I also think he overreacted quite a bit. Okay.
All right, cool. Yeah, I mean, spoken like a true victim. Like, oh, I know I did something wrong to this person, but they shouldn't have reacted the way they did. It's like, okay, cool. Cool beans, brother.
Antonius, I love this guy.
He's the one that put together this album.
Dude, this guy rules. He really is. Why I think Ethan was mad, and rightfully so, was because as soon as he said he was in the hospital, everyone started lecturing him on his lifestyle, just like you did. And of all the people to lecture me, come on, man.
I guess I get that too, you know, making unhealthy choices, and then people lecture you like, I get it, I'm a grown man, I'm making bad choices, but they're, you know, mine to make, bitch, you know.
In reality, that had nothing to do with why he was in there. Yeah, food poisoning. Or antibiotics fucked me up, exactly. Yeah, that's really fair. I probably should have kept my mouth shut, and moving forward, whether he's sick or dying.
If you didn't eat so much fucking food, you wouldn't get the poisoning, Ethan. I'm just kidding, I don't care.
He will. Okay. Well, if I'm dying, you know, you could wish me a bon voyage. You know,
I know that people don't like Ethan, but I hope he doesn't die. To be honest with you, I don't hope in any direction whether he lives or dies. That's not like a mean thing. I just don't care. And I feel like he'd feel the same about me. Like, who gives a shit?
Not to be that dramatic. You know.
I know a lot of people didn't like him, but rip.
I hope his soul is at rest. Yeah. So I know a lot of people are wishing him internal damnation and hell. He continues. I still got nothing love for Ethan. I don't really like some of the things he's done or things he will do. Bitch, what do you mean? What are you, the fucking thought police?
The Oracle.
Well, what the hell are we doing here? I'm prepared to continue to disagree with him. What's that movie with Tom?
Yeah, well, he's got to let his audience know that that he doesn't like you. You know, that he's gonna keep disagreeing with you. All right, but this one, I don't agree. He should die. Okay.
Here's the Minority Report.
Yeah.
What are you doing, dude?
How is that? What? What do you? How does it mean that I don't care if he dies? Like nobody cares. He doesn't care if I die. What the fucking gives a shit? Like we don't care about each other. Like that's how I don't care if most people die. I'm gonna be real with you. I probably don't even care if you die. Sorry, that was fucked up. I do care. That was too mean. That was fucked up. I just don't know these people. You know what I mean? Like I don't fucking know this guy. I look at some of his content sometimes to make content of my own. You know what the fuck?
But I know he is kind and loving and sensitive, and regardless of what he thinks about me, I love him always.
Wow, that sounds really... That's like simp behavior. You're gonna love somebody even if they don't like you? That's just fucking pathetic.
Okay, thank you.
I respect your decision.
I appreciate that.
Okay, cool.
I think he loves you. Like, strip down the word.
I don't think he loves him at all. I just think he wants to pretend that he likes people so that they'll like him, because that's like his whole central... Like, that's how his worth operates. That's it.
It's where he's trying to defend himself. I think that he might really love you.
I don't think you've seen the clip yet.
I think him and Keemstar...
No, I think he's hurt.
They're scorned lovers.
Lovers.
I don't know if I go, but they're scorned.
No, they're certainly lovers.
You know, but I feel like I would have been fine. Listen, I didn't like the tweet. I criticize him. We could have moved on.
I agree.
But he lost his mind.
Mm-hmm.
I see... Okay, hold on.
He was burnt.
Did I read this one?
Yeah.
I see Ethan Klein responding to our Lolcow lives.
I'm only gonna like you if you send me random tits pics in my Instagram, okay, guys? So don't do that. I'm just fucking kidding.
Stream last night. Thank you. Here's the highlights. I said Ethan was only interested in me for clout. He was. I mean...
Yeah. Cool. Who cares? Like, I'm not... Yeah, that's how things work, right? You're an influencer or whatever. You do content. And if you can't really make content out of the interaction, why would you make the interaction in the first place? Like, I don't really read Boogie and Ethan as two people that have like a lot of shit in common. I don't think that Ethan plays a lot of D&D, which is that's all Boogie does. And I think that Ethan, he's a Jewish person, so his nose is probably like really very sensitive to smells. Like myself, you know, we have big noses. So like you don't want to be around some smelly fuck. So like what do you guys have in common? Oh, you're influencers together. Oh, okay. You know, like cool.
Is that like, I mean, if I had Brittany Broski on the show, I love her. We had a great time.
I need that clout.
Am I only interested in her for clout? Like, I mean, it's
kind of like that's a motivation.
It's a mutually beneficial exchange. This is how podcasts work everywhere. Just because Joe Rogan isn't friends with every single, like 10,000 people who's doing his show, he's just interested in clout. He's doing a show, man.
Whoa. Don't compare yourself to Joe Rogan, okay? You suck. I'm just kidding.
Fucking personally.
It's crazy.
You know what I mean? I said he wasn't even a good host. When I did his podcast, he wasn't? Okay.
Maybe he wasn't. I don't know. He struggled with Bill Burr a little bit, but everybody, that was one of his earlier episodes, no? So even if he wasn't that great, it takes time to learn how to be a good host. I watched Conan O'Brien talking about it. It makes sense. Like, maybe he wasn't the greatest, but you know that Boogie was like fucking guzzling that situation, so.
Hey. I mean, it's a little late for that criticism now. I could have used it then. I also said he claims to lean left, then said horrible shit on his podcast when iDubbbz was there.
Oh, because he said the N-word? Yeah, typical left-leaning individual, am I right, guys?
Okay, that happened before my lefty arc, but I was always a lefty, and I've apologized. Obviously, there's no defending what I said, and I'm very much regretful, and I feel have matured a lot since then.
Cool, we get it. You said the N-word, and it's bad. Yep, true. I agree, man.
I don't know how that quote crosses the line. Oh, this just happened.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really understand because Boogie will literally say that shit like all the time for attention. Like he did like a whole thing where he was saying the N-word, pretending he didn't know what it was, or whatever dumb idiot thing he was doing just for attention. Like that's what his MO is. That's how like low he's fallen. You know?
Yeah, this is today.
Oh yeah, because I'm just being silly, man. You know what I mean? But what are you gonna do? Shit talk me on your show? You did that. Make fun of my weight and hair? You did that.
No, don't make it. Not the weight and hair. Me when I'm a conservative that complains about jokes. I thought you weren't allowed to complain about jokes as conservatives. What happened, dude? The fuck?
Block me on socials? You've already done that. I'm not on socials. Unless you plan to come beat my ass on my property. You've already done it a dozen times, so get fucked.
What?
Pretty
What's
dramatic.
this guy talking about? Yeah.
I'm not planning to come to your house, Boogie. You don't have to pull your revolver on me.
Damn.
You broke my heart. So that was I mean, the internet.
Yeah, Boogie, you don't have to shoot up in the air in the direction of a school. Don't worry, okay?
Would love to see another Boogie revolver shot. But don't worry.
And,
yeah. So that's just a little update.
Saw the opportunity to shit all over me. He took the opportunity to shit all over
Sounds
me.
like you.
The worst thing.
Sounds like you.
That's funny.
Because that's what I feel he did. When people started to dislike me, ironically, and like people were like, "Oh, he's a leftist, he's fucking a hypocrite."
Yeah, and you got annoying too. Like you got a little annoying. Let's be real. Okay, we've all been there. I know I used to be more annoying than I am now. I listen to the criticisms. You know what I mean? Like before the content restart. You know the. You know, I know I got a little morally grandstandy back in the day. I know, you know, nothing intentional, but it is what it is, man. You know, you have to find your center. We found it. We found it, guys. Okay, it's the same as the center of a Milky Way.
All this nonsense.
That's my blood. That's too thick because I'm diabetic.
He's the one that jumped on that bandwagon. You know, like it didn't happen the other way around. Let's not rewrite history here.
The worst thing I've ever said about Ethan Klein is I recognize that a lot of people don't like him. That's
no, well, you're an annoying fuck. Thank you for the $5 from the Unknown Freaks. Papa, I love your hats, but I don't know if salmon is your color. Dude, what? You do, though. We'll still care about you even though you don't care about us. Much love. Bro, are you seriously insulting my fucking hat right now? Do you know what you're saying? I'm going to give you my response to what you just said. I am enough. I'm enough. I don't need you to like me or like my salmon color hat. I love my colored hat, okay? My salmon-colored hat is my favorite hat. I got a compliment on it the other day when I was getting Ralph's, I think. I think it was Ralph's. I don't remember what it was. Ice cream. Well, it's, cream ice, really. Because it's like a nice... But that's neither here nor there, okay? You don't need all that information. It's not really relevant. Frick you, dude.
That's the worst.
You're not enough. How do you like that? Does that feel... it's not an insult. You are insulting me, dude. Every color is my color. All of them are my color. This is the color that my skin gets when I get sunburned. God has decided that it is a natural hue of mine when I'm close to skin cancer. And you're going to say, you think you know more than God? Kind of presumptuous of you, don't you think? Kind of full of yourself. This guy thinks he knows more than God. It's crazy.
Thing I ever said about Ethan Klein. And also when Ethan...
Well, it's more than that, but okay.
Keem were going at each other. I think he expected me.
Well, I think half of it is that Boogie's a fucking coward. That's what the bigger problem is on that one. You know what I mean? He's just a fucking coward. Thank you for the $10 from Luke. I actually like Tommy C on Lolcow and Baited when that was going on. Only one of the cast that I can tolerate, to be honest. Hangs around some idiots, but is no BS and stands his ground. Very cool. Very cool. I bet he would stand his ground if someone came to his house and he would shoot up in the air, even though... he would have invited him in this scenario because he invited that guy Frank Castle to go up to his house and then cried when he showed up.
Need to back him on Keem. Keem's done more for me.
Okay, first of all, that is utterly insane. Yeah. Like I'm holding out, like Boogie, where you at, bro? I did not think about you at all. I'm sorry to tell you, my war with Keemstar hinged on if Boogie2988 backed me up. I don't. That's insane, bro. Apparently you've built up us having like a deep relationship in your mind or something.
We don't care.
Year than Ethan did for me. Keem did more for me when I was at the...
And by the way...
Well, that's because Keem's kind of a pushover in this case. I mean, like, the way that you talk and, like, treat these people is fucking insane. You treat everybody like they owe you a favor. So, I mean, let's be real. I watched you fucking basically demand money from him and him, like, say, yeah, okay, sure, but... Yeah, you just take advantage of your friends. Nobody wants, like, people don't want to be taken advantage of, so that's all it really boils down to.
I never claimed I did anything for you. I mean, good. I'm glad that Keem's, helping you out. Was never...
I'm not glad about it. I'm not happy or sad about it. It's just a thing that exists. It just doesn't matter to me. You know what I'm saying, dude? It's just like, who cares? I mean, if this guy took his own life in front of me, I wouldn't have a reaction. Like, I don't care. He's just a worthless person.
A goal of mine, and would never claim to have helped you out either. In fact, I don't even think it's a competition, frankly.
Thank you for the $2 from the Unknown Freaks. Pop, I'm so sorry. I'll kneel for my 30 lashes. Thank you for the $5 from Jade. What does that say? Jack India? Jacinda, did I say that right? No salmon is your color, Papa. Thank you. I think you're saying that no, salmon is your color, Papa. So that's how I'm gonna interpret it. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay, thank you so much.
I'm not competing with Keemstar to see who can be your sugaristy daddy.
True.
I let him have that title.
Game than Ethan's done for me in a fucking lifetime. So if I was going to back anybody, I would have backed Keem, but I didn't back fucking nobody because I didn't care. I just saw the people I liked fighting, Ethan. I had your fucking back as much as I had Keem.
This guy's such a fucking baby. Holy shit. How does anybody want to be like around him?
And it didn't matter. That's when Ethan's like, oh, fuck him. If he's not going to...
So ridiculous. I never even thought.
I wonder if Boogie even believes this, or if this is all just part of the bit to like rile some up some kind of controversy, which is probably what it is. I mean, he doesn't respect himself, so he doesn't actually, like, you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't care. He doesn't respect himself. He doesn't value his honesty or anything. So it's probably all just him. He knows that he's. I feel like he probably knows that he's full of shit, but he needs the money. So
thought about you in the midst of that conflict.
Shit all over my enemies, and he's my fucking enemy. And fuck you. And then Ethan.
Hey, Boogie. Here, you want me to forgive you? You want to bury the hatchet? Send me a video like this that your best
okay. Jesus Christ.
friend Keem made you do. Remember when your best friend Keem made you get on your hands and knees and beg like a fucking dog? Yeah, here you go.
And again, I think he did that for like the what is it called, the for the views or whatever. But again, like, you're willing to do that for attention is pathetic.
Send me this video, Boogie, and we'll bury the hatchet.
But you're right.
Do we have the video?
Let me bet it. I feel like we had to edit something out last time, but yeah.
I never did.
Yeah, Boogie, absolutely will forgive you. I just need you to debase yourself to me, kiss the ring a little bit, and then I'll consider helping you. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'll consider it.
Fuck.
And then maybe next time you'll take my side over Keemstar's, because everybody was waiting to see what Boogie thought about it.
That's actually very funny.
Yeah, obviously I fucked up.
Oh, Bobby, coming through with it.
Bobby.
Dude, how'd you find that so fast?
Bobby.
Oh, God. Say what you will about Bobby, but he has the receipts.
What did you just did what fucking Boogie did to you? Say what you will about him, but he has the receipts. Although I don't think Bobox is dying in the hospital. But maybe, I don't know.
I'm sorry, Tommy C. I'm sorry, Daddy Keemstar. I'm sorry, Nicholas Di Fiorio. I don't know how to pronounce him. I'm sorry, Jordy. I'm fucking sorry. It was fucking stupid of me to go on Rich's fucking show and give.
Isn't it crazy how this attention that he begs for only lasts like a week, and then it just goes back to normal, and he has to do another thing that'll like be more attention demanding, and it just never really works. Like, it's never in the long run.
By the fucking storyline, I'm a fucking attention hog piece of shit. It was fucking stupid. I should have left the moment Muda came on. I'm fucking stupid, and I'm fucking sorry. I understand your decision.
The irony.
I'll hand over any passwords you need, wherever you want.
Oh yeah, the attention baiting doesn't seem to be working particularly well. Yeah, I mean, incredible, crazy. Oh wow. Okay, well, you know what? You guys do you, man.
This is what friends do.
A lot to be proud of on that thing.
Do, man.
No,
what do you mean?
And also, Keem's mad at him because he wasted the juice and didn't let Keem juice him, which he's claiming the only reason you were nice to him was for clout.
That is ironic. Well said. And just in case you think this is a joke, it wasn't. Keem was livid. He was like freaking the fuck out.
Fuck you and you're stupid.
Yeah, I remember that because he went on and he talked to Mudahar and like on his stream, and he wanted that to be on Lolcow Live. I personally don't understand why they didn't just take that VOD from Boogie because it was on his Twitch and just post it up as an impromptu segment. You know, I don't know why you wouldn't just do that. I feel like that could have went really well for them, but they did not do that. So, you know, cool. I don't know.
Yelling like a maniac because Boogie went on like Mudahar's podcast?
No, he wasn't on a podcast at all. He was just like on his Twitch, and then I guess Review Tech USA was talking to like Mudahar and Boogie, and then like one thing led to another. And it turned into something, and blah 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 blah. Again, he should have just did an impromptu. Like, just take his thing, man. You have your own. It was on his VOD. They could have just put it up onto the Lolcow thing. But
I don't remember exactly.
And then you have a face-off with Muda?
And then what were they arguing about? I forget what drama it was.
Honestly,
just how much Mudahar didn't like Boogie. That was pretty much it.
I forget, but they were supposed to save it for Lolcow. That's all I remember.
Yeah, and so this was a genuine video. This is not a joke.
Some of the Keemstar's voice notes are right before this. If you want to go back a little bit,
I absolutely do. Dan, there's something with the audio you want to give it a shot?
Let's do this.
Yeah, I didn't want to be disruptive to the segment, though, but we can...
Well, let's try to fix it. It's important.
Okay, 1 second then.
Dan has another possible solution for the audio. Bear with us here.
Can you mute the mics and throw up the "We'll be right back"?
I'd rather man with you because I choose the man over the bear in the woods, okay? Alright, we're doing more be right backs here.
Different.
I do need to thank our sponsor, and we'll get back into the literal Lolcow. I mean,
Let's see what the sponsor is, guys. You know, I like to try to play some of the sponsors in the videos when I'm doing someone else's, when I'm reviewing someone else's content.
This is a friendship that I would hold dear if I was Boogie. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever once told Boogie to kill himself.
No.
Oh,
shame on you, Ethan.
Much better. Pick.
Oh, yay.
Perfect. Okay. Wait. All right. I'll have some troubleshooting to do.
All right, just play the fucking thing.
Well, my are fine. It hears up.
Sam, who's not here, I was talking to her about it because she also works with them, and she was telling me that she's there several times a week, lives by it, and that they've helped her so much.
What is it? NOCD? What is that?
And I find the whole thing they do so interesting in that if you suffer from OCD-like symptoms, they say sometimes traditional therapy can actually...
Yeah, you know what I do for my OCD symptoms is I lock the door. I make sure to lock the door 12 times a night. You know, I do top lock, bottom lock, 12 times, and then I have the back door. I have a knob that closes the door, and then it has one of those locks that twists like this. So I kind of do like the I make sure that the door is closed because it's a slide. I hit the slide to the one direction, then I hit the slide to the other direction, and then I make sure that it's locked, you know? So that's what I do to manage my OCD symptoms. I just engage in them. And it works wonders, guys. It works wonders.
Hurt your progress. And there's special ways that you need to approach.
And then also I have to kiss my wife a certain number of times before we leave. Usually within like for some reason that number is like 6, but a lot of times I just do it until it feels comfortable. Yeah, a lot of stuff. Yeah, I'm so quirky for that. Yeah. Well, you know, that's my life, man. Thank you for the $5 from Big Mac. It's a dancing Asian dog getting ready to become a feast. Incredible stuff, brother. I appreciate that.
Approach this with specialized therapists that has proven to make a huge difference.
All right, guys.
Let me read this.
I like how they said OCD or OCD-like symptoms, so that even if you don't have OCD like legitimately, you could still use it for OCD symptoms, which actually does kind of make sense. I mean, in general, you know, the difference between having an OCD diagnosis and not doesn't like people still may exhibit particular tendencies from anything. You know, that people talk about you're a narcissist. Most people aren't actual diagnosed narcissists, but some people have narcissistic like behaviors. So like, oh, maybe you could help you manage that, or it could help you manage this or that. Yeah, so it's nothing necessarily bad about that. So
you're going about your day when all of a sudden it hits you, a thought so disturbing, embarrassing, or disgusting that it shakes you to your core. The thought might be violent, aggressive, or sexual in nature, and even
whoa, that's intense, brother.
No, contradicts your values. You start to worry. Why did I think that? Am I a bad person? But telling anyone about it feels too mortifying to bear. That's an OCD thing. I felt like that was because I've got these all the time.
There are different types of like OCD. There's like obsessive compulsive thoughts are a part of OCD. I think that there's something. This is wild that we're going in this direction, but there's something called like almost I think it's called like pedophilic OCD, where you have weird obsessive thoughts about it's weird. Pedophile OCD. I forget what it's called. Obsessions that characterize pedophilia, OCD, are fears of being sexually attracted to children or something, or committing sexual crime against a child. Fear that sexual thoughts of a child popping in during sex makes someone a pedophile. Yeah, it's like weird. I heard that a while ago watching some actual smart content, but you know we don't like doing smart content because it hurts my brain. But there's like a lot of different ways that like OCD can pop into your head. It's like those like intrusive thoughts. I think are you can kind of like associate those with like OCD in some capacity. Again, you don't have to have it diagnosed, but like OCD type behaviors, like when you're just kind of driving, you're like, what if I just took the key out of the ignition right now? I have that sometimes. Or you're just like, what if I just drove into this median? You know, those happen every once in a while for me. You know, but you gotta act against temptation. Okay.
Times when I was going through my anxiety stuff, but yeah. Intrusive thoughts are horrible. Here's the thing about those disturbing taboo thoughts. They're more common than you think. In fact, almost everyone has them. But for some people, okay, obsessive compulsive disorder, OCD, they tend to feel sticky and can cause a lot of stress. OCD latches onto these thoughts. It can make you feel like a monster, even though it's not true. But that's what makes OCD so debilitating. The thoughts can feel so real that seeking help can seem like a huge risk. Wow. And since so few people understand what OCD really is, it can feel like you have nowhere to turn. Man, that actually is hitting me kind of hard because
I wonder if Ethan has Tourette's, or if he has or if his tics are associated with OCD, because when I was born, my doctor told my mother, like the doctor who pulled me out of her pussy, why did I say that like that? She said, they're like, yeah, your kid probably has Tourette's. You should get him checked out for that. And she never did. And then later on, I have, like, once I started, especially getting with my wife, she's a behavioral specialist, and she can't diagnose, but she's like, you have legitimate, like, obsessive compulsive behaviors. Like, I will constantly check the door. I have to kiss her a certain number of times before we go. I have to count on the way up and down stairs. There's a lot of different things that I like, different obsessive compulsive behaviors. And she's like, I wonder if your tics are Tourette's, or if it is a symptom of OCD, because apparently tics can be a symptom of that, which is interesting. And then, like, I started to think about it. It's like, I think I can stop my tics, but I feel like I have to do them, right? So I wonder what the relationship is with that. So it's just very interesting. So maybe Ethan has OCD and he doesn't necessarily have Tourette's, but he has tics, right? If that makes sense. So he has, like, I have tics as well. Yes, I have Lyme disease. That's why, just like Jake Doolittle. Okay. So stop pretending that you have. What was he said? Porkins disease? What the fuck did Ethan thought he had? I don't know. The joke died. The joke died.
That's definitely happened to me. Yeah. If you relate, NoCD wants you to know that you're not alone. They created NoCD to help anyone struggling with OCD and
I am a neurodivergent minor. That's for sure. That's for sure.
Taboo or shameful thoughts. Get treatment and the support they need.
What if I have shameless thoughts, guys? Season 1.
At NoCD, every therapist is an OCD.
Is he diagnosed with Tourette's? Okay, interesting. Maybe he's misdiagnosed and it's actually an OCD thing. Or maybe I'm just saying things. I just thought it was an interesting thought about myself. I wanted to project onto the situation, okay?
Specialist, so they understand intrusive thoughts. Using exposure and response prevention therapy, or ERP, the most proven OCD treatment, they'll help you take the power away from OCD.
I thought that Pop only locked doors because of his past event. I think that that's the specific, I don't even know what to call it. I think that specific, locking the doors, like, I think I've always had obsessive compulsive behaviors from as far as I can remember. I remember, especially when I was on my ADHD medication, I would count the words that teachers would say. It was so bizarre. But I think the reason that I locked the doors as one of those behaviors is because somebody broke into my house when I was like a kid. So now I feel like I have to compulsively make sure the doors are locked. So that one kind of manifested itself out of that, But it makes me think, like, what if religious people, back in the day, we do 7 Hail Marys. Maybe that motherfucker's number was 7. Somebody with OCD is like, yeah, just do 7. Do 7 of them. It makes sense to me. I don't know why. God's saying it or something. I don't know.
And live face-to-face video therapy sessions.
Wow.
NoCD.
What about face-to-cock sessions?
Accepts many major insurance plans as well.
Wow.
For example, Sam told me that the insurance that we offer covers it. I was like, oh.
I mean, I would hope so. If your insurance didn't, then it would be fucking shit, no?
Oh my God.
Although
That's
I guess
so cool.
This is just some, like... Does he really think this is cool? It feels like maybe he doesn't. But yeah, cool, man. I like that.
NoCD, yeah, they offer many major insurance plans and offer 24/7.
I'm actually surprised about that they do. I guess it's probably not therapy. It's probably counseling. Probably cheaper than actual therapies, and that's probably why they will engage with that. Dude, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I'm running slow as hell.
Support between sessions. To learn more about therapy with NoCD, go to nocd.com/H3 and schedule a free 15-minute call with their team. That's nocd.com/H3 to learn more and book a free 15-minute call.
Wow.
Thank you so much, and please consider supporting our sponsor if you think that's something that might help you out.
There you go, guys. I just wanted to make sure we did the sponsor, okay? It's the right thing to do.
NoCD. Appreciate that.
Get back to Boogie, dude.
That is really a great... I love that. I love that.
Relax.
Cheers.
Cheers to NoCD.
Cheers, my dude.
Cheers. All right, back to this.
I sent the timestamp of Keem.
Of that, okay.
Sorry.
Oh, so it's over.
All of us on the same page, all right?
Okay, how much of this should I do love it. I mean, it's a really nice walk through memory lane. This shit was great when it happened.
Because you're an attention fucking freak.
So these are sound notes that Keemstar sent Boogie.
You have a face.
Sound notes? Wow, incredible.
Face off with Muta on Rich's stream. The face off between you and Muta should be on your podcast. That's monetized. That you make money on. Fuck you and your stupid fucking head. This is not a mistake.
This is not an accident, you fucking retard.
Whoa, you can't say that word, dude.
You did this on purpose. I talked to you
breaking
before
down.
you did it. I fucking hate you.
I love it.
Fuck you. All the time and effort into this fucking show to help you guys out, and you can't do the simplest task.
This is actually perfectly timed sponsor for my research, so it's what research is that? That's interesting.
I fucking hate you. I hate you. I hate you. Retard.
I don't think I've ever been mad at somebody that much.
No.
You know? And over...
Sounds like I'm Alex talking to his ex-girlfriend, am I right, guys?
And over...
Yeah, obviously I fucked up.
You know.
Actually, that was nicer than the way he talks to his ex-girlfriend. No, what the hell's going on? my game just crashed.
No.
This is his good friend Keemstar.
Yeah, that's my bad.
Don't lay down and take it like that.
Come
Are you
on,
kidding?
I have a backbone a little bit.
Oh, you don't deserve that. You don't.
Well, I mean, yes, he does. 100 times over, he deserves that. Well, he's doing that because, like, the Boogie, literally, again, he could probably do well in his content if he just engaged in a similar content strategy to me of, like, just watching and reacting to other videos on his stream, but he won't do it. So instead of actually doing any work himself, he begs other people to do it for him, and that's how he got the Lolcows podcast, and then he instantly fucks it up. That's the problem there. It's like, please, yeah, if you can just do everything for me, I could just show up. And then he fucked it up instantaneously, so...
No one does.
There are people who do deserve that.
With Muda.
His name's Muda, not Muta.
I was just going to go there to promote the show. I didn't know Muda was going to come in there and pull his shit. I should have left when Muda showed up.
Muda pulled the shit? What?
And said, save it for the show. But you're right. I respect your decision. Let me know if you need any of the passwords or anything like that. I'll be glad to hand them over. And let me know if you change your mind. And also, you
Guy's acting like such a pussy there. I was gonna say such a poopy pants or something. I said the wrong word.
Do your homies ever make you cry? You know.
Didn't call me and you didn't talk to me.
Yeah, I don't think was I even that mad when I realized that BBTV had took 600K from me? I don't think so.
You weren't like losing it.
You were much more centered.
Yeah, I mean, I was in.
Well, I think that they had good. You probably get good lawyers and stuff, so you were pretty confident you were going to get that money back. So
control.
You asked the guy, you're like, you sure you want to go down this road?
That shit was crazy.
That was a little nuts. That was nuts. Glad that's over with.
That's crazy though. Imagine like having so much money you don't notice 600K be gone. You know, that's fucking crazy, dude. What a world to be in. Wild stuff. Hope you donated that to Palestine, Ethan.
You sent me a message here, but you didn't call and talk to me. We didn't talk.
We didn't hang
I
out.
understand you're upset right now, but we didn't.
Wait, what's up? He's talking to Keemstar?
Yeah.
We didn't talk.
Because he's told me the same thing.
I need you to fuck off. Like, seriously, fuck off. I need you to get on your fucking hands and knees, have your girlfriend fucking film you, and say, I'm sorry, Keemstar. I'm sorry, Jordy. I'm sorry, fucking Tommy C, Nicholas Diorio, Muta, fucking Tom, everybody that even fucking cared about the Lolcows podcast. I'm such a selfish attention fucking retard.
Hey!
That I want to
enough with the R slur.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Come on, bro.
bad.
They're trying to bring it back. Have you noticed? The edgy internet kids are trying to bring it back.
The R word is so back.
It is so time to get restarted in here. But
okay.
I think it's gone. I don't think well, they don't care because they're pieces of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's bringing it back as much as they just never actually stop.
Yeah, there's just still a pocket of people who like using it. I know I have like audience crossover. You know, you guys know I just don't like the word. I don't like bad boy words, guys, or slurs, unless I'm saying them in the privacy of my own home with you guys not being able to hear it.
I feel like there was a time when I heard it less. But then
it does feel like...
I'm pretty sure Ethan has said it like somewhat recently when he was doing his podcast with Hassan, though.
An uptick recently. I've noticed that as well.
Especially on Twitter. Like, people are using it.
Well, there's an uptick of everything on Twitter because Twitter's insane.
In, like, viral tweets. And it's just like, we don't use that.
Yeah, I phased it out a while ago.
Wow, you're such a good guy. I don't use it either. I don't like it, but what?
I'm glad. I was, you know, back then we leaned on that word a lot. I'm glad that.
Back when we were all based as fuck, you know what I'm saying, dude?
I figured out other ways to express myself.
Right. Yeah, by calling everybody pedophiles. Am I really going to die here? Are you fucking kidding me? That thing that killed me is a pedophile, guys.
Oh, thank you for the gifted. Oh, that's so generous of you.
That 20 Alexandra. Thank you.
Love that about you.
Yeah, imagine giving a guy $20 after he talked about how he forgot that he lost $650,000 and it wasn't even a big deal to him. It's crazy. Couldn't be me, dude.
Thank you so much.
Yay!
that I gave an entire the entire storyline of what's been happening on episode 1 to fucking Review Tech USA because I'm so thirsty just to talk to someone. I'm that big of a fucking loser.
I mean, to be fair, Keemstar's not wrong. It was very dumb that he did that.
Yeah.
Like, also, chill.
No, I think his anger is kind of appropriate there. Thank you for the $2 from Roomba Rocket. You look very handsome, say Papa. Watch, bro. Probably. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Here you go.
A little over the top on the reaction.
Yeah.
Piece of shit.
I love it. I'm a fan. I fucking love it.
And like, who would have thought that he actually would deliver that? You know.
Oh god.
I don't even remember the video anymore. What's the Bromley video? Send it to me in Discord again, if you can. I forget the video.
Mail you my boot, Boogie. If you could just do a video of you kissing it and making out with it, clean it with your tongue, then we can be friends again.
You have to apologize to every single person in the studio.
Every person in this live stream, all 31,000 of them.
Tommy C, I'm sorry, Daddy Keemstar. I'm sorry, Nicholas Di Fiorio. I don't know how to pronounce him.
I wonder when, like, I know a lot of this is an act, but I wonder when his girlfriend gets sick of being with such a pathetic loser. I just wonder.
Sorry, Jordy.
Because you really have to be like so insecure to be with somebody who's willing to do this. Like, that's fucking crazy.
I'm fucking sorry.
Yeah, Keemstar's of course gracious and
fucking
in the end here. I'm trying to skip forward because we watched this already.
sorry. I understand your
That's pretty
decision.
much it.
I'll hand over any passwords.
I want to see how he
whatever you
responds to
want.
this.
Sorry.
I don't care.
Just want all of us on the same page.
I'm surprised his girlfriend did not leave him after that video. I mean, that's so humiliating. How
Yeah, you can put the title in the chat if you don't remember. Or you sent to me on my Instagram or something. See, something like that.
you respect someone after doing that? Apparently, she filmed it too, and it's like, how do you have respect for that person after that?
It's rough, man.
Yeah, you don't. Okay.
Like, holy smokes.
All right. A couple days ago, Boogie's sitting here fucking getting milked by just random people, by Muta, by everybody. And he's giving his response to drama for free on Twitter, just spamming it everywhere. And I say, Boogie, look, all right, no more of that, all right? You want to address drama? You want to address what some people are saying? Some controversy that's going on with Boogie2988? You do it on the podcast.
Which is a solid, like, effective boundary to place in general. Because obviously, for one, you can monetize it much more effectively. And it's going to force people to go to your podcast in order to see the response. So, and number two, it sets a good boundary with your content so that you're not really, if you will have the outcome of not thinking about it as much outside of work. Like, that's kind of the point. Like, if you're like, yeah, I'm only going to respond to this during work time hours or whatever, you know, it'll set a boundary in your head of when to interact with it, and it'll probably make you less stressed out about people criticizing you. Thank you for the small gut from X to Jade Monet. Is it Monet or Monex? I don't know. I'm fucking white as hell.
You do it on the podcast.
Okay, whatever. Yeah,
Fair.
about that.
Fair.
He's wrong. He's right. So I don't know. I just, you know, you're right. Keemstar is a much better friend, and a great friend.
I never did.
No, I mean, like, I don't think that was out of line. Again, like, Boogie is desperate to have a job, but he won't do it himself. And he begged other people, Keemstar was one of them, to basically do the job for him, set up a podcast for him. And then he couldn't even adhere to, like, very basic boundaries of, like, okay, we'll make sure we have entertaining things to talk about on our podcast. Like, he couldn't even do that much. So, like, yeah, that's in my opinion, it's kind of an appropriate way to talk to that person, just to be real.
A nice little walk down memory lane. I'm sure Boogie enjoyed that.
Didn't care. I just saw two people I liked fighting, Ethan. I had your fucking...
Me too. I see that all the time. I watch those videos on the Hub. They have these interesting wrestling videos of girls wrestling each other. Very professional stuff. I don't know what the goal is exactly, but sometimes clothing falls off, and I don't have, you know, it's a little crass for me, but I don't mind it. It's all part of the sport. It's all for the love of the sport.
back as much as I had teams, and it didn't matter. That's when Ethan's like,
Well, that's not how
him.
that works.
He's not going to shit on...
No.
I had your back just as much as when two people are fighting, you can't have both of their back.
You're playing both sides.
Yeah.
Well, he's big enough to be able to reach, no?
That's the problem, right?
Yeah, that is a problem. But anyway, like I never talked to him about it. I didn't expect.
Right? Yeah.
Think
I
about
mean,
it.
it wasn't
I didn't
like
even
super
think
relevant.
about him.
I'm just pointing out that like when two people are having an argument, you can't be like I support you both.
No.
Well, I mean, you can stay out of it, but that's not really what happened. That's a reframing of like the reality of what happened. So
that makes everybody upset. You should have. Frankly, after everything I know, you should have stood with Keemstar. Like, if anything, I didn't care, but you betrayed your best friend, the man who's helped you so much in his life. You should have stood with Keemstar. You know. But you didn't, did you?
Damn.
If I was Keemstar, I'd be pissed. I'd send some voice notes.
On Rich's stream.
All over my enemies that he's my fucking enemy. And fuck you. And then Ethan has nothing but bad shit to say about me, and it doesn't make fucking sense.
I like how somebody messaged me and said, "Don't forget to call your eye doctor." Why the fuck do you know that? I did call my eye doctor today. I did call my eye doctor today, and so that I could set up an appointment to pick up my glasses.
By the way, you're a leftist. Don't forget.
Ooh,
got him.
Oh, boom, motherfucker. You believe
me when I'm a lefty?
Oh, bro. This psycho thinks trans people shouldn't be mass murdered.
Can we button this whole section?
Dude, he called me out.
This is embarrassing.
Well, I mean, we do need to stop the epidemic of trans people dying. So we really do need to stop trans people from doing it to themselves. Got to figure that out, guys. Okay.
Embarrassing.
He caught me.
Oh no.
That's like the alley-oop. That's like the cherry on top. Also, he's a leftist.
Oh, I told you to remind me yesterday? Oh, I didn't realize that. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that.
Yep, you're right. I do.
Oh, leftist.
I don't know if I'm a leftist. I think I'm a liberal. There's a difference, right?
Liberal. I mean,
You're lefty.
we're talking about the United
doing
States.
cold.
You're on the left. Yes.
Whatever.
I'm on the left, yeah. I didn't know if leftist had like a specific meaning.
Everybody's got their own definition. You know what I mean? Obviously, in turn, like, you know, you're not MAGA. Let's put it that way.
No.
You ain't no MAGA.
Are you okay with saying the R word?
I got the hat.
I personally do not say the R word.
Okay.
No.
Fucking leftist.
That makes me left.
Dude.
I can't find the hat. I left it somewhere else.
Lip.
Liberal, happy fun.
Wow, good, Zach. That was really.
I can't believe he had that one. I can't believe he had that one in the fucking tank. That's such a niche one to have.
Really good.
La la la.
Who was that?
That's Alex Jones.
Oh, I watched that documentary, by the way. Ethan, that was really good.
Oh shit! Isn't he?
He's a piece of shit.
He deserves to lose everything. When you learn, and he is, yeah. But I didn't know all of the details.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, this is even worse than I imagined.
Yeah.
Oh, it's horrific. Oh, speaking of which, I was listening on the news this morning that most of the parents from Uvaldi have filed a massive lawsuit against Activision.
Interesting.
For what do they make? Call of Duty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And against
for what? Why Activision?
The gun maker, and against fuck, I forget what. But you know, we always talk about how
why against the. Well, why against either? I mean, I guess I kind of understand the gun maker, but if they're operating within like legal boundaries, then it's not a big deal. Although, okay, so if it goes against the gun maker, they're probably going to go with it shouldn't be that easy to get your gun. You should have more responsibility in the way that your gun is sold because of gun show loopholes. Maybe would be the argument. I don't know. But why Activision? Like, and did they do like a Uvaldi cosplay? Like, I don't understand.
Suing video games and blaming video games is so stupid. But they found, when they did discovery, that Activision takes money from gun manufacturers to put their guns in their fucking game.
Oh, okay. Who gives a shit? That's smart. That's smart.
And then they found internal memos from the gun company saying that they need to market their stuff to kids.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hadn't heard about any
Oh,
of
wow.
this.
Yeah, it's Instagram was the other one.
Oh, yeah, and Instagram, yeah.
I don't really... I mean, that just makes sense specifically for them to... The memos from the gun companies, like, we need to market to kids, that's shitty. Like, but I mean, that's like the whole cigarette thing too, right? But that doesn't sound like... Does that have anything to do with the game?
Whoa.
And then they found internal memos from the gun company saying that they need to market their stuff to kids.
Okay, was a memo from the gun company to Activision? Doubtful. If that is, you can correct me. But it sounds like it just... I would see that's a problem. I get that. That's an issue. But with the video games, like, it makes sense. It's like if you have a card game and you're like, yeah, let's get the people... If they want their car to be in our game... Let's have them pay us. Like, I don't really care about that one.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hadn't heard about any
Oh,
of this.
wow. Yeah, it's Instagram was the other one.
Oh, yeah, and Instagram, yeah. And I was like, oh, God, that is horrible. Remington, I think it was. I don't want to say the wrong name. I think it was Remington.
Oh, yeah, Remy Boy. Oh,
Huh.
They were paying...
I see there's a New York Times article about him reading it right now.
Why did I not know that? That is sick.
Damn, he's admonishing his people on the stream. Why didn't you tell me about this sooner, bitch? Huh?
I mean, I guess I didn't specifically know that, but to be honest, that's like the least surprising thing ever, right?
I personally am surprised by it too. I personally am surprised by it. I mean, it seems like obviously so fucked up.
I mean, yeah.
What's the fucked up part? Like, specifically the memo is the fucked up part, but everything else seems pretty normal, no?
I guess I just don't have much faith in Activision to not do the fucked up thing.
It's just
what is it that they're doing? They're putting guns in their games and then they're getting money for it. They're like, hey, put this gun in there and we'll pay. It's just so normal behavior. But okay, whatever.
So morally corrupt to do that, to allow gun companies to market to kids.
It's a game with guns in it. I'm not understanding. I'm really not understanding. It's a game with guns in it. Maybe it's just me. I don't give a fuck about them getting money to put specific guns into their games. That just seems like a normal. I mean, if there's already guns in the game. If your issue is that there are guns in the game, fundamentally, like, okay, you're consistent. But if you don't care about the guns being in the game, but you're upset because they're advertising other, like, the guns in the game by having them in the game, I don't know. It's just, maybe it's just me. I don't really give a shit about that.
Through their video games. Because it's, it's really insane.
It's just smart. They're going to put the guns in that game anyway. Then they get paid for it this time. It's fucking great. Good for them.
I can't imagine how much money they paid them that it would be worth that, but it did surprise me. Because I always thought these lawsuits against video game makers was just like silly.
This one seems silly, yeah.
But this is
it's also rated M, so the parents are buying. Yeah, the parents are generally buying it and letting their kids play it. We have to keep that in mind. Let's be absolutely real. I mean, if your kid's playing Call of Duty, there's no way that you're not going to know about it. Either you bought it for them or they snuck it. They somehow bought it for themselves. And you're not watching your kids, like, what they're doing, checking in on them, seeing if they're playing, what video games they're playing. That's kind of on you, man.
The first time when I was like, oh God. That is soup. They actually need to
what's the what are the contours of this lawsuit? I wonder. Well, I guess I could read this article.
I'm more interested in the Boogie stuff. Well, actually, this is actually more interesting than the Boogie stuff. Let's just be real.
So the contours is that.
But it says that there's still more Boogie things to talk about here, so I'm gonna wait.
Gun manufacturers are basically, they have like this insane.
Thank you for the $5 from Mason. Call of Duty makes games based on wars, and we're upset that they use real guns in the game. Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me, unless I'm missing something.
Total immunity to being held liable for any civil.
What people do with their products, right?
And so this lawyer is trying to figure out how to kind of get around that. And actually, it turns out via this video game discovery stuff, he got a settlement with them for like $70 million or something. Ethan, that's capitalism.
Well, that makes sense. They probably have no legal standing, realistically speaking. But for these video game companies, the bad publicity is worth settling. So that makes sense that they would push in that direction. It's smart.
I don't know that capitalism.
The Uvaldi incident was terribly tragic, but at this point, it seems like the parents are milking the money for bullshit reasons, like the video game argument, which has been disproven time and time again. I just disagree with that. I mean, their fucking kids were brutally murdered, and then they were harassed relentlessly by Alex Jones's audience because he's a fucking psychopath. So I disagree with that. Again, the lawyer's thought is going to be like, I think that we have an angle here to be able to get some money from this. Like, do you want to pursue it? And they're like, yeah, sure. Like, why not? I think that those people would probably choose their kids over all the money. I could be wrong though. But again, like I said, I don't think that they have a legal argument, but like I said, it's probably more of the play of, we can it's bad publicity if this goes on too long. So they're probably like, yeah, we'd rather pay $50 million or whatever to stop them from, to settle this argument out of court rather than do like a long, like lengthy court process where this is going to be mainstream information for quite a while.
Specifically states to market guns to kids.
In video games, specifically. Well, so I'm reading.
I think capitalism is whatever we want to make it.
The lawsuit argues that the gun maker, Daniel Defense, would not have been able to connect with the gunman, a socially isolated teenager living in rural Texas, without help of the technology and video game companies. I gotta say, that sounds like a stretch.
Well, they settled, so clearly it wasn't that big of a stretch.
Oh, is that what the 70 million? Yeah, that makes sense that they'd settle.
$70 million. Wow. It's like a monster settlement.
I mean, I see that there's a lot more to it. I just plucked out that one part of the argument, but
guys,
I don't know. I guess I'll have to look into it more.
No, Dan's right. Again, they didn't. I doubt that they settled for a legal reason. It's a marketing reason. They don't need this going on for like 6 more months as it goes through the fucking trial. It's just going to be cheaper for them to just go in this, especially since like everybody's very sympathetic to people in Uvaldi. So there's no reason to like push against that. It's not going to be a positive or protective thing. They're better off doing that. And since Activision releases dog shit video games anyway, they probably have so much money from like not paying their staff well enough. So
I see that Instagram allowed Daniel Defense to promote its product through its social media presence, even though the platform formally bans firearms from advertising. That
makes sense for them. That doesn't like it doesn't seem make any sense that they would let them advertise through that then. Unless no, wait, no, that's actually doesn't. No, that's fine. Hold on, let me listen to that again.
Defense to promote its product through its social media. I see that Instagram allowed Daniel Defense to promote its product through its social media presence, even though the platform formally bans firearms from advertising.
Okay, so I would have to look more into it, but so what it sounds like to me is that they don't necessarily allow advertisement agencies to put ads for guns, but we will let a gun company have like an Instagram, right? So I'm assuming that that's what it is. Maybe I'm wrong though, but okay. Even for $5 from Melissa, Papa Next Door. You should look. What is Papa Next Door? Anyway, you should look at the Cavernickel's last 2 videos about the TikTok lady who said the N-word. The conservatives turned on her. Oh no, not the N-word. Guys, for that girl, I'm not like interested. It's like all attention bait. It's like pathetic. You know what I mean? It's like you do something more productive than just say the N-word and go, haha, funny. Like I offended people. Like I don't like offensive stuff. I like edgy jokes, but I don't like it. I like to think I don't offend people with my edgy jokes, right? So I just think that she's pathetic and like she's a loser and she's desperate for attention. I don't feel like giving it to her.
Wait, say that again?
Well,
so a law was broken.
Instagram was
Is that a law that's broken, or is that them faulting on their own policy, which is legal to do? But you could still go with the argument that like they set a particular precedent and so they should have adhered to it, I guess.
Advertising that specific gun.
Yeah.
What?
Instagram allowed Daniel Defense to promote its products through its social media presence, even though the platform formally bans firearm advertising. Okay, I mean,
again, they might just mean advertising in the sense of not allowing ads that run on videos, or however they do their ad system. But
that angle makes a little bit more sense than just broadly, it's Instagram's fault. Well, like you said, I mean,
capitalism does not. First of all, hold on. Capitalism does not mean that you need to make as much money all the time, no matter no moral. That can manifest that way when it's not regulated well, but that doesn't require what capitalism to be. If you don't like the capitalism the way it's being manifested in our country right now, that's certainly understandable, but it doesn't mean that capitalism is fucking like inherently corrupt. It's social democracy. It's just a matter of
why even interacting with this? Why is Ethan like going on this tangent? I don't understand. Like, yeah, I guess one of the negatives of capitalism. Why are you defending capitalism so hard? Like, I'm not saying it's bad. I like it. I just wouldn't feel the need to fucking have this conversation with somebody.
It's a matter of the values that our society has. It's a matter of
I like this thing that they put in the background there.
What we as a people decide that we want to, enact.
That's beautiful.
I'm just saying, like this whole thing of like capitalism means that I need to sell guns to fucking kids. It's like, no, it doesn't. Capitalism is like a slur now, so I don't like to use it. Social democracy.
Scarface.
The C word.
Yeah, it is. So I can't even say capitalism anymore without getting fucking murdered.
Scarface said, "You know what capitalism is? Getting fucked." That's capitalism, according to Scarface.
Yeah. So he's a Marxist. I didn't know that about him.
All right.
World is yours, Ethan. World is yours.
We need gun laws. That's what we need.
Okay.
Bro, that is literally okay. Whatever. You guys, you clear?
I agree. Cool. Common sense gun control would be cool. Like a gun license, like a driver's license or something would be interesting. Because I saw this Instagram video the other day of this woman and like a dog got out of a house, wasn't being aggressive, it was just excited, and the woman like instantaneously started to shoot at the dog and then shot her own son in the stomach, like 5 years old or something. And it's like, dude, if you want to have a gun, you should have to get an education on it. Like, there should be a high responsibility to use your gun correctly. You can't just shoot a dog because it's running at you, right? Like, you should be able to defend yourself and kill dogs for food. No, but like the dog wasn't aggressive, and you should be if you want to use a gun, you should have to identify. You should have to be able to identify aggressive behaviors and patterns. You're using a literal fucking weapon. So these people are so stupid. It's always the lowest IQ people with fucking guns, it feels like. And I like guns. They're cool. I'm just saying, like, some of these people are so fucking dumb. You shot your own kid because a dog, a non-aggressive dog, went after you. You're a fucking idiot. So
clearly don't know what you're talking about, and I'll take the dub. Everybody here's an economics major. It's interesting. I didn't know that we had a fucking a group full of PhD economists. That's fantastic. Yeah, You guys know I'm sensitive about this issue, so don't take it personally.
Another one.
And none of you are going to solve capitalism in chat right now. So.
I'm gonna.
Oh well.
They might.
They might disagree with you there, girl. I like that we can talk about these things. You know what I mean? Capitalists talking about capitalism. Yeah, I own a business. Fucking apologies.
Talk about what's going on with the
Well, they're obviously fine with you owning a business because they literally engage with your contents.
environment. Can you talk about other things?
I would argue that me as a capitalist, so-called capitalist, probably does more.
Why is he? Yeah, why is he so sensitive about this? Like, why are you still talking about this?
You know what? I'm not. It doesn't matter. I was gonna say, there's a lot of. Let's not. We're having fun here.
Okay.
But thank you.
There's a lot of time you could take profit that you don't take it, and you share the wealth.
I think there's communes, socialists, fucking communes of businesses where, like, when I was talking to Hassan about it, it's like, oh yeah, well, if the company's not making money, then they don't make as much money. It's like, in what world is that better in that specific situation where if you guys are probably making more money, I'm probably sharing more of my profits with you guys than like other of these so-called like, what's this famous European company that like does massive profit sharing? I don't know.
I don't know, this above my pay grade, above my knowledge. But I will say, in general, like my
damn, was that a passive-aggressive remark about how you don't get paid as much as you should? Holy fuck.
brother-in-law who came to visit recently was so surprised at how generous you and Eli are. He's like, I've never met wealthy people that are that generous.
This
is such a weird. I don't really care, but this is so weird. Like, I'm sure he's really generous. That's awesome. But this is just a bizarre the way that they're fucking talking about this. Why are you still talking about it, brother? What the fuck?
Nice.
And by Harvard and Yale. Just saying.
Thank you. That's nice. And that's my point. Is being a capitalist doesn't require you to be evil. There are a lot of. Listen, like I said, the way it's manifested in in our country today is evil for the most part. But
what about womanifested, huh? You sexist punk.
I don't think you guys are understanding what it means to be capitalist. Thank you. And I do have a PhD in economics.
KETH.
Los Angeles. I'm a proud baby. I'm out here. Woo! Beep, 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 beep.
Okay.
I'm no longer gonna hide.
Oh, fuck! I fucked myself so hard.
Pips. Yeah. Anyway. Beep, boop, boop, beep, 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 beep. Where are we? We're still watching this.
And fuck.
How did we get on the capitalist thing? I wanted to say this.
Because one person said something about capitalism. Started going fucking crazy. That's why.
I don't know anything about that Tommy C guy, but he's cool as fuck.
Whoa.
Because his basement is sick.
Hell yeah, bro. Yeah.
Oh, he's got all the arcade machines and stuff. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Love the arcade
That's
games.
exactly what I dreamed my house would look like when I was 12.
Well, all of their rooms, to be honest. And this is coming from a guy who has a bunch of action figures in his background.
Dude, that's fucking tight.
What I love about Wings' room is it looks like he has the door barricaded so his mom can't come in.
Oh shit, yeah, he has a little.
You mean his wife? But they seem to have like a mom-son relationship. So, you know, most healthy moms and sons, they kiss in the lips sometimes.
He gets you arch right in front of his door.
Yeah.
Not now, Mom. Don't come in. I'm talking to my friends.
Has nothing but bad shit to say about me, and it doesn't make fucking sense. By the way, you're a leftist. Don't forget, you're the tolerant fucking left. You're making fun of somebody's titties. You are one of the biggest hypocrites on the goddamn.
Me, when I hide behind my social values, I make fun of people all the time. I'm not a fucking pussy. I don't believe in too much empathy, guys. That's a pretty consistent thing I have here. Is I'm not a big fan of over empathizing with people. So, you know, if somebody's rude, I'll be rude back. Or if I think somebody's a bad person, I'll say rude shit about them. I don't give a fuck, man. Fuck that.
Okay, well, just because I'm a leftist doesn't mean I can't make fun of your titties. Okay, we can do both.
I mean, shouldn't conservatives have more? Shouldn't they have more onto them about being tolerant? Isn't God supposed to be real tolerant? My God is, but their God hates the gays. Weird stuff. I don't know.
We can walk and chew bubblegum, okay, buddy? And trust me, there's nothing that makes me think about chewing bubblegum more than seeing those titties flop around, boy. No, I'm kidding.
They should just ban the word capitalism from the chat.
Kidding, of course, but I think I said the titty comment in response to him attacking women.
Bam.
Saying that,
he was saying, yeah, girls only get views because they have tits.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if he said that. I think he was saying that you have to do one of two things to get views: have tits or be entertaining. But I don't think he realizes that tits are entertaining. So
Comes around, goes around type of stuff.
That's probably why he dates a girl without tits, but that's not. Oh, that's a little. Sorry, that was too much. I'm so sorry. That was terrible.
Situation here. You know what I mean?
Sadly, yeah.
And when he comes around, he comes around. No, I'm kidding. That's stupid.
But also to her, respect yourself more and leave this fucking disgusting, degenerate pile of shit that you're dating. He doesn't respect himself, and he respects you less.
Stupid. Apologies for that. That was uncalled for.
Because you never grovel at another man's fucking feet if you respected your partner. Because when you do something, you know that what you're doing is reflecting on your partner as well. And that's some just pathetic ass fucking behavior.
You talk out one fucking mouth and you fucking speak out the other.
Whoa, two mouths.
Fucking face. You sat there with Ian, iDubbbz, and you said the NF word over and over and over again, and then talk about
like NFTs.
Yeah, that was it was like 10 years ago, man, and I've acknowledged that was fucked up. You know what I mean? Wasn't a good thing I did.
Yeah, I seen one of the top comments mention that. Like, that's the difference. You've acknowledged your mistakes, you've changed, and he hasn't. And also, like 2 weeks ago, he was trying to use the Spanish word for the N-word.
He was using the N-word to try to bait attention on Twitter, and it didn't work. So
he was.
Yeah, he was pretending he didn't know what it meant. He was being stupid.
Is there a Spanish?
It's obviously like all fake.
Equivalent to or you don't have to say it. I just didn't know about it.
Close to it.
There is a Spanish equivalent, but that's not what he was using. He was using the word for black or whatever.
Oh, okay. Is it just the Spanish
It's
word
not.
for
It's
black?
not the actual. Yeah, not
It's the old school one.
The old school one, the classical one.
Okay, I see. I
Yeah.
see. Yeah. He was using that unironically.
He's saying I wasn't using the other word.
Okay.
He said it wasn't offensive, right?
Yeah, he said it was.
He argued with Keemstar.
And
about it.
Keemstar kept telling him to shut up.
Oh shit! When Keemstar is telling you you're being racist, you better listen. Wait, Ethan, wasn't Tommy C unbaited when you went on ages ago? I don't remember. Was I unbaited? Oh yeah, it was. That was so long ago. I mean, what are we doing? Got to move on with our lives. You know what I mean? Come on.
What the hell?
When was Boogie on our podcast? You know what I mean? We got to move on.
I think that super chatter was just. Oops, sorry, I was muted. I think that super chatter was just because you were saying I don't know anything about this guy, pointing out that you may have interacted with him at some point.
I've interacted with him, sure. Yeah. I mean, it's been a while. It's been a really long time. But I'm glad to see that he's working on his arcade collection because that is fucking epic, dude.
What's he got back there?
Good question.
NBA Jam?
It's crazy that you could just emulate all those now. You don't even need those collections.
I mean, that's a good one.
The Mario, maybe?
It's too small. Oh,
is that Donkey Kong right behind him with the red?
Dude, I wonder if he has
Classic
a foosball
DK.
table down there.
A foosball table?
I wonder.
I mean, pool table?
Fucking
Billiards?
hell. Talk
perhaps?
about perfect.
Yo, what if it was a ping pong table, but then you take off the top and there's a pool table on it?
No!
No, that's not a thing. No way.
I think they make those.
Oh,
I think they make
my
those. Yeah.
Lord.
Do you think he has a little bar down there?
A bar?
A little bar.
Wait, with alcohol?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
He probably has a fridge down there.
My. Wait, like a Red Bull fridge type
No,
thing?
one for like beer, dude.
Yo.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Is this a bit? Are they making fun of him, or are they just like really this fascinated with his collection? I'm so confused.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what's funny? If he turned his camera, I have a feeling we'd see all that shit.
Yeah.
Guys, I know that word isn't the N-word in Spanish. I was trying to hint at what it was
Yeah.
without saying it. Thank you. Just to clarify that for chat.
Black.
That's not what he was saying. He was saying the actual word. Just saying.
He was saying, wait, what word was he saying? Now I'm confused. He was saying in Spanish the word for.
He was saying a version of the N-word, trying to bait attention, pretending that it wasn't a bad word. Okay.
Black, the
Right.
color black, is what he was saying.
Which used to be used derogatorily in America.
It's not a good word.
Oh, it still is, girl. If I have anything to say about it. I'm kidding.
Yes.
Yeah.
Horrible word.
Yes, to call. Yes.
Yeah, you used that word. Yes, I think
It
we're
was
all.
an identifier, yes.
Got it.
During a racist movement.
Yes.
Yeah. Pretty much any movement any Italian person makes.
bad to use that word. Go fuck yourself. You are one of the worst types of people. You're the reason that give leftists the kind of fucking reputation they have.
Bro, I just went on
Boogie is
about.
such a good guy.
I just defended capitalism for 10 minutes for no reason. You know what I mean?
That's actually very true. You're a pretty bad leftist, Ethan.
You know, which, you know, really didn't need to happen because.
Yeah, no shit. Thank you for the $5 from generic user 1029. Who would win in an oiled up mud wrestling match? You, Clone 1, Wings, or Clone 2? But yeah, dude, listen, I understand. I get it. I understand that it's funny, okay? But like, I'm not as fucking fat as those two. Look at me, okay? Look. I spent like $800 on this desk, so I should probably use it sometimes to raise it up. Bro, let me explain something to you. Okay? I'm gonna knock into this. This is my Ethan Klein sent this to me. It's a color block bag. Listen, I'm not that big. Okay? First of all, I stood up in record time compared to them. That's number one. Number two, look. I'm not that big. You guys always tell me I'm fucking big. I'm not that big. Look at me. Look at this. I'm not that big. Also, like, look at the triceps, dude. Not bad. I'm not that big, dude. Fucking crazy. I'm not that big, dude. I'm a little fat, though. I'm not that big, bro. You want to see? What? I didn't even know my fucking wife came downstairs, dude. What's up, baby? They're comparing me to Boogie and Wings, so I'm telling them I'm not that big, right? They're fucking get the hell out of here. You guys want to see the quads, as you said, the quad time? It's not a flex off without the quads too. You gotta show the quads. We're gonna bring this down a little more. Not too bad, right? Oh, here we go. Get that up. Let's give myself a moose knuckle. Give me the fucking moose knuckle, dude. Come on, bro. This thing. It's fucking crazy, dude. What the fuck? They're actually getting kind of big. Baby, my quad's big. Back. The hammies aren't bad either. Right? Oh, guys. I don't think my... What? Flexing. What, you got a problem with that? Got the fucking... Not bad. Showing off, dude. I'm making... Why are you criticizing me? Think I'm ugly? My wife says I should... My wife says I should do this. I should really get... There's a little meat there, but, you know... Really get in there. What? Alright, so my wife... My wife's yelling at me, dude. Get the fuck out of here. Why are you looking at me? I'm gonna abuse you. Look cute. It's nice down here. It's fucking like 90 degrees upstairs. So I could do that today. Well, it's fucking hot. Alright, so you guys get the point. You guys get the point, dude. Stop comparing me to Wings and Boogie. I really don't care. I think it's funny, but I just wanted to show, have an excuse to, you know, to flex a little bit. You know, you can't blame me. You can't blame me for that, right? That's incredible. Yeah, well, she didn't like that I was showing it off online. I don't know if she thinks I'm being too conceited or if she wants that's like hers, you know. But you know, whatever.
I'm pretty sure when he's talking about left, he's talking about like culture war shit. He's talking about,
you're right.
Like this isn't really even political. This is
trans stuff.
Yes, and PC cancel culture, blah blah blah. You know, all that.
Yeah, I prefer the PC, but I do have a PlayStation 5.
Annoying ass
stuff. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's confusing. There's lots of terms, and you know, it's this whole spectrum. Where are we going?
It's a little.
Me too. I'm on a spectrum.
Same key of E.
You have this of fatness. Okay.
Same key of E. Oh my God! Speaking of that guy, Neil Smoke DeGrasse Tyson made a response video, and he annihilated him. Did you watch that?
I did watch it.
It was so
I don't know who they're talking about.
good.
I thought it was sick.
Because he called out that guy
Terrence Howard.
Oh,
okay. Yeah. Interesting.
The guy who's on Joe Rogan, like same key of E, that guy.
Right, of course.
And he called out, he said, I gave my whole life's work to Neil, and he was so dismissive and rude, and like he just didn't get it and all this.
Yeah, because his life's work was stupid. I watched a little video about what that guy said. It was like dumb as hell, and whatever theory he was using was already disproven like a long time ago.
And Neil, bro.
It seemed like he did a favor for him back then.
Dude.
Like he marked his paper and gave him tips.
Dude.
Like he spent time on it.
He spent a lot of time.
Yeah.
It's actually... Anyway, maybe it'd be worth watching. It's not that long, but it's so good. Because that guy's such a moron. Speaking of morons, though.
Your own fucking... I mean, sure, I destroyed...
Well, how do you feel about the guy on the bottom?
It's Wings. I think I like him.
I don't mind Wings. He's the better of the bunch, I think. You know.
Yeah, he's never really struck me as like
he's non-threatening. You know, he's like a little bit of a he's like a cat, like a pussy. You know, but not in a bad way. You know,
saying anything too out of pocket or anything. I mean, I'm not super aware of him.
Wait, are you being serious? Are you joking?
No, I don't know him.
So his name is Wings of Redemption, and he's like the original Lolcow.
Yeah.
Okay.
He has a long storied past. There's like 10-hour documentaries about him.
Wow.
However,
I'm not in that deep in that
he's
world.
the dude that fought Boogie.
I remember that.
And we were like, oh shit, that guy can punch.
I remember. Yeah, he did well in that. Just in.
Yeah, I think he punched a guy 10 years older than him, than him in much worse shape. Yeah, of course he could punch.
I'm talking purely just from the last year that this has been going on. Every time we watch one of these clips, he never really seems to be the one that's causing the problem. You know,
which I think makes him a bad candidate for the show.
Yeah, he's not really a Lolcow.
Just a cow.
Oh come on.
Jesus.
Should I button that?
I mean,
it's just. I'm sorry.
It's
ridiculous.
You said worse in the segment.
I shouldn't joke like that.
Yeah. Especially when we're saying this guy seems all right. Again, though, I say that not
that just gives them more ammunition to complain about it on their podcast. You know what I mean? So whatever.
Not knowing anything, so please, if he's got a storied past,
I am so sorry about the weight jokes.
Get it together, Ethan.
Yeah.
Get it together.
I mean, they're called Lolcows. The joke wrote itself.
Yeah, Christian is the OG Lolcow true. You guys can't take that away from that person.
Oh,
fucking leftist, dude.
They're fucking leftists again, man. Fake ass leftists. Don't you know leftists aren't supposed to make? They're not allowed to make fun of fat people by default.
Liberal. There's some clips of Wings having some crazy Vouch takes type things too.
Oh, he's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, we could pull up some of his greatest hits, Dan, if you want to acquaint yourself.
Maybe that can be a segment someday.
I mean, he's a big deal on the
internet.
internet.
A little deep dive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny because it's like sometimes I feel pretty online, but especially when it comes to these kind of deep internet characters like this, I do feel out of my element.
So the only reason I know about Wings of Redemption is because that one channel, Down the Rabbit Hole, had like a 3-hour.
Yeah. Fred Kirst. What is that guy's name? I've reacted to that video. Guys, look at me. What a guy.
Or documentary about him. It was really good. Gotcha. I love that channel, by the way. Been watching for years. Oh, thank you.
Somebody correct me on the name of that channel.
Clifton, that's so generous. Love you guys. I recently secured the bag, as the kids say, so I'm excited as fuck to be here. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate that a lot. Congratulations on that bag acquisition, my friend.
Nice.
Damn, hey, whoever's typing pack of fudge rounds in chat, you're having your liberal card revoked.
I think he's calling people gay, because when you call someone like a fudge packer, it's like a slur against gay people. I don't know if you know that, guys. I know that because I'm bigoted. Frederick Knudsen. Am I saying that?
Thank you.
Ever said about Ethan, it was me warning him, you're going down the path that I'm going. And I didn't.
Dude, oh my God. He sent the same fucking thing to me on TikTok a long time ago. Something along those lines. It was so cringe. Because I had like a brief stint where I was like fucking irritated because I got somebody cancel me with some some bullshit joke I made. Like I had the same thing. He's so annoying. Fuck!
I didn't want to see him do that at the time. Now.
So let's examine the paths that he was worried I was taking. We have one path that ends up right here. Okay.
Okay, you can play that again.
I'm sorry, Tommy C. I'm sorry, Daddy Keemstar. I'm sorry, Nicholas Di Fiorio. I don't know how to pronounce him. I'm sorry, Jordy. I'm fucking sorry.
And then there's another path, which whatever path I've walked, whatever it is, it's got to be better than that. No, I'm happy with my path. I think it's turned out great. I don't know why people always act like I'm just this monster failure and I've lost everything. I mean, I feel great. Most of the time. So obviously we go through ups and downs and stuff, but
yeah, I feel that. I feel pretty similarly. You know, you fell off every once in a while. And I guess I kind of have, but also I'm doing better now than I ever have. But it's like on TikTok, it's so fucking annoying, bro. It fucking grinds my shit. Oh, you fell off. Shut up, dude. 2020 was wild. I'm never going to get those views again. That's the fucking long time ago. It's crazy.
What is this? Did you know she was 3 years old when he started YouTube? Oh. I did not know that, actually. No, I wish I didn't.
I mean, she's a legal adult. But yeah, I think it's shittier that he's like manipulating her to cry on camera and shit like that. It's fucking than anything else. But whatever. Hey, you do you, man. She'll just look back on this in disgust when she gets older. She'll be like, yeah, she's gonna do when Boogie's dead. She's gonna be doing interviews about how disgusting he was. She's gonna look back and realize that he was a fucking just nasty. And his legacy is gonna be just some fucking child by my standards because I'm a fucking 35-year-old man shitting on him the entire time. And people are gonna be like, that's kind of shitty. You shouldn't be shitting on him for that. And then I'll just be laughing, you know, because it's like, yeah, dude, like you suck. Thank you, Mr. White Castle. Thank you.
There's not one to talk, frankly. You know.
16 is
his girlfriend was probably not even born when he started.
What?
She was just a part of the string theory. She didn't even exist.
I called you a cuck as a joke. Take a joke.
Part of the string theory?
The fuck are you talking about?
Somebody sent me this, but I don't think this is appropriate. I mean, you know, we all fight. Yeah, you know.
Jesus Christ, is that real? Is this AI chat? Wow, good for you, man, for losing weight.
I sent you this, but I said you need to take what Boogie said and then make it one of those edits with the quote that a man who doesn't know his own potential doesn't suck his own dick. Yeah, exactly.
A man who doesn't reach his own physical potential is a man who's a little bitch. By the way, I'm not jacked. And nothing wrong with being heavy. You know, I mean, I know what it is. It's tough. It's an addiction, man. It's hard.
Sure. I agree.
And I'm whatever.
Being hard is my addiction.
He lost weight. I'm happy for him. This is something though. This is an interesting infomercial. Should we run this as a billboard in his town?
Jesus Christ, that'd be fucking wild.
No, come on.
Oh, okay. Is that too far? Sorry. Sometimes I get carried away.
That's actually very funny, though.
Besides, everybody in this town already knows.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
That ain't news.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to see you sitting here the way I am.
Look, he's waiting for my downfall. They've been waiting. They've been waiting.
Well, I mean, at this point, I'm pretty sure Ethan has enough money to retire and not have to worry about it. So he would never hit that point unless he invested it all into Ethereum coin.
And I didn't want to see him do that at the time. Now I can't wait. I can't wait to see you sitting here the way I am.
Look, you stay.
You want to make you.
What do you? I can't wait to see you sitting in a fucking Zoom chat.
Wait to have your cock in my mouth.
Oh God.
That's. Oh, is that what he's gonna say?
Jeez,
I can't wait.
This is like the equivalent of me doing a podcast with like Seaman and like Kyle the grandma fucker. Remember him?
Of course I remember. How could I forget?
Miss him.
Yeah.
He was so great.
Yeah.
Ethan, really mad. All you gotta say is you tried to cancel Keemstar and you couldn't do it, and then his podcast is still big but denigrated. I
guess. I mean, I don't know why we're talking about Keemstar being canceled. He doesn't make content anymore. So like, okay. I mean, I guess it did have an impact in some capacity. I don't know.
Actually fucked himself. The whole thing really didn't.
I mean, not for nothing, but like, you know, looking at, like I said earlier, like looking at Ethan's views, they're like a little lower than normal, but also this is a dry period. So like it seems like he's around like the 800,000 per episode thing now, down from like 1 million a couple months ago, but like it's just a low period. Nothing is really happening. That's it. It's so interesting because, not to be a fucking asshole, but like you could tell when people don't really don't understand like content curves. You know, like the only thing you can really guarantee is you're consistently inconsistent because you're going to have ups and downs. You're going to have high periods and low periods. Ethan's period, he just seems to be in a low period, but that's a predictable low period. You know, so it's kind of interesting.
Okay, I don't know if you know this, but Keemstar is like obliterated. He's like doesn't exist on the internet anymore. Now I can't take credit for that. He did a lot of that on his own.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, if we want to tally the scores up here, if we're looking at it that way, the man doesn't even post. He's gone.
Well, he's retired.
Yeah, retired. I know what that means. We know what retired means.
I think he still has like investments and stuff, from my understanding. Like whatever, good for you.
Sent out to pasture.
I mean, he is getting old and like, you know.
Do you think he retired from choice? You think he was like, now, you know what? I'm in my prime, and now's the time to hang it up. I'm gonna go out like Seinfeld.
Right.
Leave him wanting more.
I think that was bait, 100%. He knows that Keem is definitely lost that battle. I think he just wanted us to respond to that.
Well, I think Keemstar butters all these guys bread, and so they know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he owns that show, no?
Yeah.
They know we're. But anyway, I don't care. Sure, Keemstar. I never hurt Keemstar, and he's doing great. And I'm failing miserably in every aspect.
Fucking reputation they have.
Right.
They have. You have destroyed your own fucking. I mean, sure, I destroyed mine, but the worst thing I ever said about Ethan was me warning him.
I mean, Ethan's reputation is certainly better than Boogie's. So.
Going down the path that I'm going, and I didn't want to see him do that at the time. Now I can't wait. I can't.
We need that. That's almost like the. I never did. I never did. I can't wait. It's just the Southern boy. I come out in him sometimes.
I never did. I never did. To see you sitting here the way I am.
Look, you want to make Ethan really mad? All you got to say is you tried to cancel Keemstar and you couldn't do it, and then he's.
Oh, okay. So he's just trying to make me mad. He doesn't actually believe it.
So I'm saying, yeah.
Huh. Okay, he got me.
But he kind of.
Epic tactic, baby.
He has a point though. You had that war with him, and Keemstar sort of self-terminated on Aiden's stream. That was the final, to my recollection.
It was essentially like, yeah, we had done damage to the, I would say, the structure.
The structure, yeah.
But the Aiden Ross stream was his 9/11.
I don't think anybody looked at Ethan's interaction with Keemstar and went like, "Oh, I'm not going to look at Keemstar anymore." I don't think his audience. I don't know. I think he just kind of got tired of doing the content he was doing, and then like just decided to move on.
The killing blow, yeah.
Although I think part of it was like some of his views were lower on YouTube, and he was getting frustrated with that, so he decided to just switch to Snapchat or something. And I don't know why, but whatever.
Yeah. Jet fuel melted steel beams that day.
It was like the tile that fell off the space shuttle that was launching,
well
and on re-entry. Yeah,
that's such a great analogy. That's so great.
His podcast, his presence is not so big, but denigrated. He actually fucked himself. The whole thing really didn't hurt Keem as much as it hurt him. So the whole thing.
That's nuts.
That's obviously silly.
That's such a crazy statement. But okay, whatever. He said he's just trying to make me mad, so it's fine.
Fair enough.
I hope you watch this clip the same way you did last time. Thanks for putting my Brandon on your show. I know it don't get the views it used to back when I was on it, but thank you for showing it to me. The handful of people still watch your shit.
A handful of people?
I'm pretty sure Ethan's live viewers. He has more live viewers in their podcast. That's crazy.
Motherfucker, how many people are watching this again? Bro, you can't insult me for my viewership.
Well, speaking of
Snapchat pays crazy money. Yeah, they do. I tried putting some stuff on there, but they kept restricting my my shorts because they're calling them racist or something. I'm like, what? No, like the edgy stuff that I get with even on TikTok, like you can't get away with on Instagram. So I mean on Snapchat. So I just stopped posting on it because it's just not worth it. It's just like fucking a waste of my goddamn time at a certain point. Like if it's too edgy for if I don't know how anything could be as more sensitive than TikTok. It's actually almost impressive. But yeah.
Things, but anyway, he asked for me to react to it and to show it all, which we did, and so I'm honoring him as my dear old friend. We'll do this one last thing for him, and the only thing I ask him for return is a video of him crawling on the ground.
Even my friendships. I'm sorry, Tommy C.
This is all I ask. I want my own of these.
I'm sorry, Nicholas Di Fiorio. I don't know how to pronounce him. I'm sorry, Jordy. I'm fucking sorry.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid of me to go on Rich's fucking show and give away the fucking storyline. I'm a fucking.
Is he saying?
Sounds like a
goat. Hog piece of shit. It was fucking stupid. I should have left them. The moment Muda came on.
I want this. I want this for me.
You want this for you.
I didn't know that. They didn't expect Snapchat to take so seriously considering what people do it for. Yeah, no, it's weird. I don't really understand it. It's not worth it. Their appeal process is dog shit. Like if you do really well on Snapchat, they'll give like you can make really good money, but like it's not worth it to me to like give enough of a fuck about it. You also can't post it from your computer. That's another thing. It's just like annoying. They're just not user friendly. I don't give a fuck about Snapchat.
This is the jewel in my crown.
All right, is there any more?
And Boogie, I just want to say, you know, whatever happened between us, I'll always remember the good times we had. I will.
I never did.
We had great times. Like the one time you came on our podcast and then left immediately afterwards of your own fruition. The time that we didn't get dinner together. The time that you came to my podcast and I had Mexican food at home. That was a perfect meal with my wife. That was a wonderful time.
The conversation, I'm sure, it was amazing that night.
The drinks we never got. I cherish the drinks we never got, frankly.
I never met him, but I always appreciate him helping us with title today.
Yeah, I thought we had a nice little juicy title here, you know. But okay, we got so much other great stuff to get to. Yes, you did. You did.
I never did.
You did. All right. I did. Thank you, Nick. Exactly. I gotta pee. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna move on to that section of the show. I got some fun goofs and gas that we'll get to.
All right, cool. Interesting stuff, man. It was something to watch today. That's all I can say. Incredible stuff.